And we are back with Marvel Monday. I got some results for you guys. We got some new tournaments. You guys know what it is. The execution. Struck by lightning, but back in it. Volume 1 and 2 results coming right at you. Marvelous Meetings, Oceania. A couple of majors. Yes. Jaco's doing dirt at majors. But enough of this bullshit. The whole reason I did not beat Stealth today is because objectively I am using an inferior team. That's it. That's the only reason. How do we know that Iron Man is inferior? Well, we're going to find out. We're breaking down Iron Man. We're going to go over these results. We're going to break in Iron Man. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Enough time waiting. Let's get this bad boy started. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Marvel Monday, baby. Let's go. What happened to the theme song? Whatever. We're here. What's up? It's your boy OG. We back with another Marvel Monday. It's been a while. We took a week off. There was a holiday, but we're all catching up, doing our things. I hope you had a good Halloween. I hope you got to dress up in some crazy cosplay. I hope your woman got to dress half naked and go out to the club and do what you do. But we're back with that Marvel. You know what it is. People talking all kinds of shit. Why is the chat so hot? Why is the chat so hot? We are just Stealth beat everybody. Like, there's nothing more to say. Like, there's someone. Is there anyone not fighting? It's one of those. Like, just pull up and get bodied. That's what it is. Like, why are people trying to make it like in some kind of other? I didn't hear that. How come I didn't hear that? I didn't hear the audio of the. You know what it is. Y'all doing what you do on Halloween, but let's get to these results. Enough of this. We're going to break down Iron Man. Is Iron Man good? I.e. is OG good? We're answering two questions. Is Iron Man good? And if we find out he's not, is OG good? Right? Because Iron Man don't exactly hand out wins. But enough of the bullshit. We're going to find out how good he is. We're going to break down his health, his special moves, his team synergy, his supers. We're going to break it all down and see if he really is shitty, right? If he really is good or he really is shitty, right? But how good is Iron Man? But before we get there, how good are these fucking people in the chat? Because everybody be capping. One of the main reasons why I do this bad boy is because people be capping. People be capping about their scores. Let's get right into it. MVCI results. Who is winning what? You guys, everyone says they're good. Everyone likes to say they're nice, right? But there's only one real way you can know whether or not you are nice for real. And that's the only way you could win is to get into them brackets. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. What are you talking about? What the fuck is going on in chat? All right. MVCI results. Marvel MVCI. Oh, it's not MVCI is dead. It is now. MVCI is dead. It is now the 5 fingers of death, aka Stealth giving 7 slaps to everybody. Who do we have 5 slaps? We had Dawn. Let me see the Ross. Let me see the graveyard. Low key, the graveyard here. Don Khan, Tekua, Gonzo, myself, XC, Beast, and Tums. Neither one of them, myself included, could not put a dent in the man that is. You know what? I'm going to keep it real, dog. It's not that he's good and that he could beat me that pisses me off. I'm gonna be real with it. It's the fact that he's just so complacent and like uneventful about it. Like when I play Marvel and I get even close to winning, like I'm throwing chairs and cussing up a storm. Right? Like I'm like, how the fuck did you hit me with that, bro? You about to eat this birthday combo. Like go stupid, right? And then Nico's just like, that's interesting. That's unfortunate. Like my dude ain't even alive. Like he's just like, that was a great play. I got so many bullets. You should consider using X. Like that's the part, right? That's the part that gets me under my skin, is that like, yeah, maybe when you don't ramble off like a monkey and you actually sit there and watch the match objectively, you can actually improve. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe the secret is to not be in your emotions. Understand that it's a video game with real consequences and actions, right? And then at some point, maybe I'll look at all this crazy birthday combo comeback. I just beat you in the 3 out of 5, and we barely hitting it, and just be like, well played. What the fuck? All right, there it is. But shout out, hey dog, I can't talk shit. My way ain't the way. Apparently getting raged out and losing 10 games in a row isn't the way to go. You're supposed to sit there, tell your opponent good game. That's interesting, and keep it pushing. All right, GG's to Stealth, undisputed the best. I had an interesting conversation with Stealth when we were in Summit, and I asked him, do you think you're better than CJA at this point? And he humbly declined such a notion. We'll take that for what it is. But in my opinion, and in the opinion of all these results I've been reading for the last 5 fucking years, all signs point to Nico. All right, there it is. 5 Fingers of Death. Nico kicked everyone's ass. What is new? Jacomania Chronicles, though. The Jacomania Chronicles. Hold on. All right, in my own inbox, the Jacomania Chronicles results. Okay, here we go. This is for Jacomania Chronicles number 87. This was on the 19th of last month. We're going to catch up on 3 weeks of results, but it's actually about 2 weeks of results because a lot of people took time off this month. So like half the tournaments didn't happen for 1 week or 2. All right, here we go. Your top 5, tied for 5th, top 5. Captain America and Pun and Done. 4th place, Hydro Rex. 3rd place, Peanut Brother. 2nd place, Dr. Kano. And in 1st place of the Jacomania Chronicles, Grainy09. My boy won $1. I don't even know what that means, if that's serious or not, but shout out to Jacomania Chronicles MVCI PS4 event number 87. Your winner, the one and only Grainy. But we keeping it recent. I love the new sliding. I've been working on some sliding transitions. I actually kind of like the way it looks. It surprised me. I forgot I did that last time. All right, the Gauntlet 204. We got 22 heads in there. Some special shout-outs. DJ Vest getting 13th place. Max Weiser, 13th place. Jamasha Walker, the return, 9th place. Tied for 9th. But let's get your top 8. Your top 8. Tied for 7th, we have Bruton and Custom Christoph. Tied for 5th, Beast 412 and XC Coggins. Coggins with the 5th place curse still. 4th place, Gorilla UGOG, your boy. That's not bad. 4th place, that was me, 4th place. 3rd place, I bubbled out. Kabak 420 in 3rd place. 2nd place, Tekua. That's a lot of wins. He went to the loser bracket right away. And in 1st place, current Gauntlet champion, or this Gauntlet champion of 204, the one and only Forever Tyson. Tyson getting 1st place in the Gauntlet. Number 204. GG's. Oh, we got the new one. The Execution. Volume 1. So there was a Volume 0. If you guys were in the know, if you caught the last podcast, it literally got distracted by an act of God. But we went over those results. But the revision, the actual launch, Volume 1, and the International Bracket, Volume 1, which is actually Volume 2, because the International Bracket didn't get struck by lightning. Hard to keep up, guys, but the results are here. All right, Execution Volume 1, the finals. The top 8, here we go. Tied for 7th, we got One Wolf and Raisin Bran. If you guys do not know, the top 8 is an amalgam of the international and localized American bracket. All right, tied for 5th, we have Kabak 420 and XC Hulk Polon, both earning their way up from the international bracket. 4th place, we have Stealth. Wait, what? In 4th place, we have Stealth? Okay, that's right. This happened. I'm sorry. I just went off on this guy's nuts for an hour and then just find out he's in 4th right now. This took me back a little bit. And in 3rd place, we got XC himself, XC, the Executioner. In 2nd place, okay, what's HOTD? I thought this guy was part of TSN. I thought Bane Hollow was part of TSN. I don't know what HOTD, Hot D? I don't even know what's going on there. Did we change it? Is TSN now Hot D because Hot D Summer is a thing? Whatever. I thought it was TSN, but Hot D Bane. I'm not going to go around and say Hot D Bane Hollow. This is the first and last time I am ever saying this full nomenclature. I ain't finna go around saying dudes have Hot D anything. 2nd place, Bane. The fuck? How look call some grown ass food delicious? And in 1st place, local hero, best winter soldier by far, the one and only Johnny A. Shout out to Johnny A. Winning the very first official non-struck by lightning by God bracket of the Execution Volume 1. GG's, Johnny. GG's, Johnny. All right, we got another one of those to go over before the end of it. But we're going to get closer to that as we get by. Oh, no, we got the international bracket. But the international is like, it doesn't end, right? Let me see. Like it's only going to hit a certain point. Let me see what that looks like. Because the international bracket should like terminate, right? At some point. Because it's going to lead up to the top 8. That's what I'm imagining, but it's not loading. I don't know why the challenge is loading so slow right now. All right, Clash of the Stones, aka The Cots. This one was going down on October 22nd. This is the Clash of the Stones Season 9 PS4 Online Tournament number 12. This is the last one before the Last Chance qualifier as far as getting into the money-making grand finale. We do be giving cash prizes at the end of our seasons, but let's see who is taking the COTS trophy, this last one. All right, your top 8 is as follows. Tied for 7th, we have Captain America and Shadow Flip. Shout out to Shadow Flip, making some appearances, getting in where you fit in. Tied for 5th, we have myself and Kyoya. Shout out to Kyoya. 4th place, DJ Vest. How did I lose to Vest? I didn't lose to Vest, but I lost in the brackets to Vest. What happened? What happened there? I don't even... 5th. Who did I lose to? Who did I lose to? Does it tell in this? The challenge one tells you who you lose to when you hit it. This one doesn't. You gotta actually... Oh, wait, the bracket is actually on the page, though. I got Alien. I lost to Hominid and Jaco? Who else? Yeah, I got wrecked. I don't even want to look at that. I got wrecked. Next tournament. Next tournament. Yeah, next tournament. Ouch. Ouch. That is not my best day. All right, whatever. Your boy's tied for 5th. 4th place, we got DJ Vest. 3rd place, Alien Hominid. 2nd place, Diamond AF. Who is that, Jaco? Is that Ryokin? Who's Diamond? I forget who that is. I know it's one of the dudes that we play all the time. And then in 1st place, winning the Clash of the Stones, your latest Clash of the Stones, Jaco Man, a.k.a. Jaco Mania. Yeah, it's Picasso. Okay, that's Picasso. Well, I'm usually top 3 COTS every time. Like, when I'm in 5th in COTS, something was on my mind. Something was going on. I'm going to keep it real. All right. My man Psycho Blue, though, with the Marvelous Minis. If you guys play on Xbox or Windows specifically, there is a tournament out there for you guys. My man Psycho Blue throws this bad boy every month, and he's also doing a Ranbat format, meaning he's keeping track and doing a whole seasonal thing. So if you guys are into that, get in now because he's barely on his third one of the season. MVCI Marvelous Meetings Ranbat number 3 by my man Psycho Blue. All right, your top 8 is as follows. 8th place, we got Rodent Rob. 7th place, Putos XC. Why is there someone named Putos XC? What the fuck? 6th place, we have Yovs, Y-O-V-S, Yovs. 5th place, we have Custom Christoph. Like, who are these names? Like, Marvel players have the best names. 4th place, we have Picasso AF, aka Rainbows. 3rd place, Koyan. Shouts to Koyan getting 3rd place. 2nd place, UG Gorilla Jaco Man. Jaco didn't win the Windows one? Jaco, you didn't win the Windows one? And in 1st place, your winner of the latest Marvelous Meetings, hosted by Psycho Blue, your premier Xbox Live Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Tournament, Heroes Hear You. Shoutouts to Heroes Hear You, taking 1st place. That's not a name I hear in 1st place often. Not saying he sucks. I'm just saying that Jaco usually wins this bad boy. Shoutouts to Heroes Hear You for taking that 1st place in the Marvelous Meetings. GG's. Glad to see you guys doing dirt on the Xbox side of things. Speaking of things on the other side, if you guys follow with these guys way over there in Australia, that's Australian for Danzo. The MVCI Oceania Online Tournament numbers 9. That's Julian. Do I have him, Jewel? Oh, I do. I saw it. Follow this guy if you want to keep up with the Australian. This guy does everything. He does Marvel 1, Marvel 2, Marvel 3, Marvel Infinite. He literally does every Marvel. Like, if you're just into Marvel and you want to see what they're doing on the Australian side of things, follow this dude. All right, 4th place, Fuck the Comedian. FK the Comedian, don't know who that is. 3rd place, Julian FGC himself, the man with the plan. 2nd place, Saul Goodman. That's a dope name. That's a dope name. And in 1st place, and your current winner of the MVCI Oceania Online Tournament Series, tournament number 9, Timic83, T-I-M-I-C 83. GG's. Shoutouts to Julian FGC for holding down the MVCI scenes on the other continents. Always love to see the worldwide Marvel effort. But the gauntlet is back. The latest gauntlet. Who is your current gauntlet champion? Let's find out. Let's find out, because I want to break down this Iron Man. I'm really trying to break down this Iron Man. But I like to familiar myself with who's winning, who's actually doing some dirt here. All right, Gauntlet 205, shouts to Cataclysm, tied for 17th. Don Khan tied for 13th. Picasso tied for 9th. All right, your top 8 is as follows. Hero Heroes tied for 9th as well. Your top 8 is as follows. Dr. Church and Max Weiser both tied for 7th. Shoutouts to Shoutouts to Custom Christoph and Dr. Kano, both tied for 5th. GG's. All right, your 4th place. XC Coggins getting 4th place. Not bad. All right, 3rd place, Beast 4112. No surprise at all. Beast kind of dominating the top 3s. 2nd place, Kabak 420. Yes, my man has been getting a lot. I think he was in the one that I won recently. He was like in the top 3. Shoutouts to Kabak 420 trying to infiltrate. And in 1st place, holding down the Americas, no losses. We've heard this guy's name a million times this stream. The one and only Stealth, your current Gauntlet champion. Gauntlet 205. GG Stealth. GG Stealth all the way. God damn. Just winning them all. Winning them all. All right, let's get to the battle round, though. Bam. The battle round exhibition series. This is 3 first to 10s. This is to see who's winning the 1st to 10 formats. Not everything's about the brackets. We got Blue Man Dan versus Gray Storm. Blue Man winning that 10 to 5. Picasso versus I Hear You. I Hear You winning that 10 to 7. GG's. I Hear You. And then we were supposed to have Raisins. Raisins versus OG was supposed to happen last Friday, but Raisins ducked. Who ducks OG? Seriously. Seriously. So shout out to Takua for stepping up to the plate. We had Takua versus OG on a substitution tip. And yeah, my man whooped my ass. I'm just going to keep it funky. I'm going to keep it funky. My man whooped my ass. Like, I had him like 5-1. So I was like feeling myself. And then he switched from Dante to Nova. Okay, dig this. 5-1. Follow me here. 5-1. Your boy's in 5 games in versus a Marvel champion. He has only 1 game on me. At 5 games, he decides to take out his Dante. He puts in Nova. And the set ends 10-6 him. So my man got 9 games while I got 1 after he switched his team. It is what it is. Shout out to Tikua, a bona fide Marvel champion. 10-6. Raisins, where the fuck are you at? This is what happens, Raisins. When you ditch me, I gotta fight Marvel gods on my own dojo. Get bodied in front of everybody. GG's, Tikua. GG's. And a shout out to Tikua, especially for jumping in and substituting last minute. I'm more props for that than beating me. Straight up. All right, let's get to these majors, though. It's been a while since we had these majors, though. The Kumite in Tennessee. The Kumite. Yeah, he got bodied by him instead. Yeah. Stick to your matches. All right. The Kumite in Tennessee, they didn't have any Marvel Infinite, unfortunately, but they did have some Marvel 3, and I am going to get those results for you guys right now because some of our favorites are in there. All right. Special shout outs to 9th place. DJ Vest bubbling out of the top 8, but still doing a good job because there was a considerable amount of people in this bracket, 29 people in this bracket. So DJ Vest gets tied for 9th. Shout out to DJ Vest for getting tied for 9th in the Kumite in Tennessee. I believe this is the last Kumite they were ever going to throw, and they made that known. So it wasn't just a tournament, but it was also a celebration of all the Kumites, right, that they've ever thrown, right? I'm sure it was hella fun to be at that one, the last one, right? So let's get that top 8. All right, top 8 for your Marvel 3, guys. Marvel 3. They did not have Marvel Infinite there. We have TPO Charlemagne and UG Gorilla Jaco Man tied for 8th. Yeah, I'm sure it was lit. It looked fun. I need to go back, dude. I need to go to another place that has an arcade of free play. Like, that's like a dream come true to me. Any place that has like cabinets and free play, like I'm a kid in a candy store. Like that, like live game rooms, bro. 24-hour game rooms. That's my shit. All right. Anyway, tied for 5th, we have Prophet and CCG Silver Snow tied for 5th. Marvel 3. Yeah, dude, I'd be playing all those games. I'd be playing like Bubble Bobble. I'll waste all my time there. Every Bust a Move, Double Dragon, all the old shits. Anyway, 4th place, we have Tall Geese TV. All right, your top 3 for Kumite in Tennessee, Ultimate Marvel 3. The one and only 3rd place, we have Frankie G. Shout out to Frankie G. 2nd place, Darius Patterson, a.k.a. Dap Vip. Shout out to Dap Vip. And in 1st place, securing your Kumite final trophy for Marvel 3, the one and only Coach Steve. Shout out to Coach Steve. Best Nova, in my opinion, for Marvel 3. Best Nova, free. Marvel 3. All right, Jaco Man made his way back to the States after hitting the Kumite. And was like, hey, since I'm back on Wednesday, why am I hitting the wrong one? Looks like we're going to do another Chronicles. So this is your latest Chronicles. Whoa, I'm getting text. Your latest Chronicles, this is the 2nd. This is literally like 5 days ago. We're literally caught up now. Solid. The most recent events. All right, 5th place, we have Peanut Brother. 4th place, Hydro Rex. 3rd place, we have Grainy09. Shout out to Grainy getting 3rd. 2nd place, Max Wiser. Max the Wise. GG's. And in 1st place, and your latest and current Jacomania Chronicles champion. Of course, Juan. Put the link in right now. I'll literally cover it right now. Put the link in right now. I'll cover it at the end because I'm almost finished. But if you did it yesterday, it's perfect because I go in chronological order anyway. So it'll literally be right while I say it, where I would normally put it in anyway. All right, shout out to Jacob, or shout outs to the I'm getting jumbled up. Shout outs to Dr. Kano, your latest Jacomania Chronicles champ. All right. So Jaco Man literally went to Kumite, okay? came back through his own tournament and then went back to Yumacon to go to another tournament. Like, you guys talk about Mount Rushmore? Yeah, put this dude's face on Mount Rushmore. Should just look nothing. Should just look like that emote right above Hulk Polan. It should just be Jaco like this, straight up. Like, just 3 Jacos. It's like Jaco. The Mount Rushmore of MVCI would have Jaco, but then would have another mountain of Jaco right next to it because he just reposts it. He just reposts the mountain. You know what I mean? Like, that would... There would just be retweeting of the mountain right next to the mountain. You know what I mean? All right, Yumacon. This is actually like an anime event. But they do throw video game tournaments there, specifically anime games and Marvel. They had Marvel 3 and Marvel Infinite, which is dope. I love it when tournaments do both. Get all your modern Marvels in there. All right, Ultimate Marvel 3. All right, 7th place, we have Bro. Tied for 5th, we have USA Sports Team and Zephyr. 4th place, Psycho Chronic. That is a Marvel name if I've ever heard one. Psycho Chronic. All right, your top 3 for Yumacon. Ultimate Marvel 3. 3rd place, UG Grilla Jaco Man when he's not throwing events. He's doing top 3 in them. 2nd place, Saint Valentine. And in 1st place, your Yumacon Battle Opera 2022 champion, the one and only Living Legend. GG's leading the legend for winning Yumacon Marvel 3. All right, let us get to these Marvel Infinite, though. Your top 3 is as follows. Fill in the blanks on that one. Your top 3 is as follows. Your Yumacon Marvel Capcom Infinite top 3. 3rd place, Danger Guns. 2nd place, once again, Psycho Chronic. And in 1st place, your Yumacon Battle Opera 2022 Marvel's Capcom Infinite champion, the one and only Jaco Man. Shout out to Jaco Man. UG Grilla. Putting them dubs out there. It was a 3-man bracket. Shout out to Jaco Man GG's. Shout out to Jaco Man GG's. It was a 3-man bracket. What can you say? All right. The Execution Volume 2. This is, we at it now. This is the recent. Okay. I'm hoping I'm covering this right, because I don't see the international brackets in here. All right. Here before bed. Heard my name a bunch. Hey, dude, that's good. That's why you tune in, right? All right. Shout outs to everybody who entered Execution Volume 2. This was on last Saturday. Let's see. So there, damn, dude. So you have a bracket, an international bracket, and a final bracket. Fuck. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to manage. All right, here we go. Your top 8. Sorry, Netflix, you're not in. All right, tied for 7th. We have Beast and OG Gorilla War Destroyer. Damn, dog. Tied for 7th is what it is. All right, tied for 5th. We have Custom Kristoff and Coggins. That's really good. Okay, yeah, only some of these are. Yeah, dude, this is a way different ending. All right, 4th place, we got Cheesehead. Yeah, this is definitely a way different ending. Well, that's right. My boy, your mama got 3rd. Shout out to your mama getting 3rd place. Using rapid stabs on my leg. And then 2nd place, Bane Hollow. Yeah, Stealth won. Yeah, I remember all this now. Okay, 2nd place, Bane Hollow. And in 1st place, and your winner, current Execution Tournament Series champion, and winner of Execution Volume 2, the one and only Stealth. The one and only Stealth. GG Stealth. Winning everything. Yeah, fuck Bane. Yeah, Bane didn't win. The fuck? Bane didn't win. Kidding? Stealth was in the house. Johnny A's here, Stealth's here, Bane's not winning. You know what it is. Especially if Johnny's here. All right, there it is. There's your tournament results. But I got one more to go over. Hold on. Oh, there's also a couple of A couple of exhibitions at XC's as well. Literally a couple. We had XC versus Cheese, the run back from the tournament. XC won that one 10-6. And then a Yorm versus Wildcard money match. Yorm winning that one 10-4. GG's. GG's to your bracket winners and exhibition winners for the Execution Volume 2. All right, I believe that's all. Oh no, I got one more. One more. Got one more to go. Late entry. Late entry. Hulk Polan and the Imperial Latino. This actually happened to 6. I got to catch this VOD, dude. I didn't know. Be sure to catch the VOD, but I got your top 8 right here. All right, tied for 7th. Yo, no CS Kulo getting 9th. Heroes Hear You 13th. Lucifer 13th place as well. But your top 8, MC Eric, West Scrawl 89, both tied for 7th. All right, tied for 5th, we have Tadeo. Damn, Tadeo. That's kind of good. Tadeo and L3, a.k.a. Trimagisto Herald. All right, 4th place, Custom Christoph. 3rd place, Kabak 420. Damn, this is why Hulk want me to read this one. Look at this. And in 2nd place, oh, Latino. Okay, it's Latino only. Okay, 2nd place, the one and only Hulk Polan, XC Hulk Polan. Taking 2nd place. Damn it, you took the long way. You played a lot of games. You played no, I'm joking. I'm joking. But you played a lot of games. You must have went in the loser bracket kind of early because you earned that 2nd. You did not. They didn't hand that to you. Like, you fought for that shit. And in 1st place, with a new name, Io de Sila Sumba Mix. Sumba MX. Whatever. That's Io de Sila, I'm assuming, right? But shouts to your Guerrero Imperio Latino champion, Io de Sila, Sumba MX. And of course, shouts to Hulk Polan and Kabak for getting 2nd and 3rd place, respectively. I gotta catch that one. I was at a concert last night, actually. I didn't do Power Tools 2 weekends ago. Fuck, my bad, guys. We're doing Power Tools next Sunday. I actually caught a concert last night. Mark Ribole, the dude's insane. He's actually insane. But we'll talk about that later. All right, there we go. As far as your MVCI results, I believe that's all of them. Let me double triple check. Don't want to leave everybody on the dust. Yeah, that's all the results. So we have so shout outs to all of your exhibition and tournament bracket winners and placers. You know what it is. Yeah, Power Tools. It was Halloween and then something else happened. I kind of did a revamp of Power Tools on Monday because everyone was doing something Sunday night, but I did different music. Anyway, whatever. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, the rollback break. This looks weird. I hate that there's so much empty space here. Let me bring back something. We're going to take the quick rollback break, and then we're going to break down Iron Man. We've done this with a few other characters before. We've had Winter Soldier, X, Gamora, I believe, Doctor Strange as well. And we break them down as far as how good their individual attributes are. And then we just kind of give them an overall rating. You know, how good are they? People like to say their characters are good. People like to say their characters are whack. But it's not till you actually break them down do you actually see who's capping and what's really going on with these characters. So we're going to do that right when we come back. Don't go anywhere, guys. BRB.
I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the crash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. It's like touch, but the second I push, it feels like you shook and not like we should. I just wanna feel like you're right there. FaceTime feel like you're fucking light years away. Time zone is strange, don't know what to say. The Discord cut off, our phone not in range. Our conversations all feel so basic.
Damn, Zed Tabani, he's back too. He's back to doing his freestyle the news. So if you don't follow my man at Zed T Music, like do it now, Zed Tabani. He's been making some dope tracks lately. He's back on his shit, and his FGC shit is dope. But I'm gonna keep it real. His like political controversial shit is dope too, like because he keeps it funky. Like when he was doing shit during the pandemic, like roasting Trump and all that shit, like that shit was bad, dude. That shit was bad. Anyway, because he would just go dumb on news topics. But anyway, freestyle the news is coming back. So anyway, all right, how good is Iron Man in MVCI? Shouts to Zed Tabani, by the way. How good is Iron Man in MVCI? Right, so we're gonna break it down. If you guys have been here before, it's not that hard. We're just gonna literally throw out a topic, an attribute. We're going to rank it from the normal rankings, right? D, C, B, A, S, right? S means S, right? People like to hand out S's like it's the top. No, S means you're above the top, right? So we're going to be selective and we're going to break it down the way they should be broken down. We're trying to be objective here. It's a lot of cap, a lot of exaggerations when people talk about their characters, right? People like to OS that their character's whack, right? Or like people like to claim, well, that character's mad good because you got beat by him. But let's figure it all out. Let's figure it all out for real. All right. This is a fun. I've been wanting to do this one. This is my favorite character, my main character, right? But I figured I'd wait till the time, right? I don't know if you guys know the timing. We did Gamora after somebody won with Gamora. You know, we do X when fighting Super Cool Mike, right? There's a timing that goes to all this stuff. I don't just pick a character, right? But it's about time we broke down Iron Man. How good is Iron Man? How bad is Iron Man, right? It's about that time. It's about that time. All right, here's the breakdown. There's the breakdown right there. And we'll start it off. We'll start it off nice and easy. Health. This is the only one that's actually like does not require any discussion. Your 9K, your 10K, or your 11K, right? Your A, B, or C, right? This isn't rocket science. My man's a B. That's the only one that will actually not deliberate. He's a 10K. If he was 11K, he'd be an A. If he was 9K, he'd be a C. No controversy there. Easy AF to figure out. But that's going to be the only one that's actually like that cut and dry. Normals. Normals. How good are... there's one normal that's kind of godlike. Right? He has one normal that's kind of good. After that, everything else is just standard. Not bad, not good. Just standard. He has a mashable jab, right? His standing fierce is really good as far as range, confirmability, and the down H. That down H is baller. That down H is baller. Yeah, Tadeo. Didn't you watch Tadeo? So let's take some other characters for reference. So for normals, Gamora was a B+. What's going on, Ryoken? Welcome. We're just breaking down some Iron Man. So Gamora's normals are a B+. Let's just give some context here. Right, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm gonna show you some shit before the end of the podcast too. Don't go anywhere, Ryu. That's you specific. I got some shit to show you. All right, so if Gamora, okay, let's see. If Gamora's a B+ on normals, okay, these are just some of the other breakdowns we've done. Let me see. What did we put for Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange's normals, we gave him a C, right? I think he has better normals than Doctor Strange, that's for sure. What do we do for X? X's normals are a C? Wow, these are some shitty normals. So if X's normals are a C, Gamora's normals are a B plus. Winter Soldier's normals are a C. Where does Iron Man lie then? Is HP in the air is OD? Yeah, it is. The up and the forward and the down option is dope. But I mean, he don't exactly have like they're normals. The sweep is dope. The sweep is dope. We definitely got to talk about the sweep, right? The sweep to me, that sweep is so good. Like, take out the sweep, just eliminate the sweep from your mind, and just understand that the sweep is going to add a plus to whatever we give him. That's kind of what that sweep is that good. So if you take out the sweep and his normals add up to like a B, then this fool's going to be a B plus. Like, the sweep is that good. That sweep into flight, like, that's good, right? So I'm thinking like B. I'm thinking like B or B plus. This plus is for the sweep. But it's, whoa, what did I do there? Oh, I hit F12. Yeah, his normals are like a B. They're an average. They're not stubby, but they're not long. They're average normals with just a good trick here and there, like the air fierce, the sweep. Would you say he has better normals than Gamora? But remember, I'm not talking about special moves. No special moves. Just what your jab, fierce, your air light kick, your air and ground buttons. Your air and ground buttons. All right, we'll leave him at B because I have Gamora at B plus. We'll put Iron Man at B because nothing of his is bad. He has a fast jab. He doesn't have the slow jab. His range is what you would expect from a normal guy. I mean, his stand around house goes far. His trip is good, but everything else is just standard. He doesn't have any weak buttons, that's for sure. He has no weak buttons. He just has normal buttons and a couple of good ones. Yeah, we'll leave it at B. Because I do think that trip is OD. That trip is OD. And flight, you know, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Normals is kind of, maybe he's average, actually. I'm not trying to, let's just come to consensus. We'll put a question just in case there's room to come back. Because that one is like, I don't know. Because a B is what I feel like Captain's buttons are. Well, not Captain, because Captain has like Ryu. There's a good way to put it. I look at Ryu as a B. He has buttons. He has a normal jab, a normal trip, nothing stubby, nothing's OD. You're right in the center. You're average. And I think he's slightly better than that. Below B's, when you start to talk about like Winter Soldier, Arthur, like your normals are like stubby as fuck. Right? So he may have a plus there. He might have a plus there. He might have a plus there. I just want to leave that open. He might have a plus. I said the sweep was going to count for a plus, right?
Proton cannon.
Yo, Dr. Church, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Hey, I like that. Yo, enjoy those emotes, man. We got the Marvel Lives, all the good shit. The Marvel Lives, the My Toe. I got the dope emotes, bro. I got the dope emotes. All right, let's move on. Let us move on. See, everyone knows about the Marvel Lives, right? But everyone forgets about the My Toes, right? Y'all don't know about the My Toes? All right. Everyone knows about the Marvel Lives. All right, specials. Because there's a distinct time to hit people with the My Toes. There's a distinct time to hit someone with the My Toes emote when they ain't blocking low. All right. Oh, okay. Let us expand the definitions here. Specials. I'm gonna preface it with this. Okay? I'm gonna preface it with this. Repulsor Ray whatever you want to call repulsor blast, whatever. What's it called in this one? Top 3 special moves in the game. Top 3 like the only other moves that sort of like are this good are Gamora guns and blue arm. Those are the only 2 moves that are on par with how good repulsor ray is. Whatever the blast. Is it ray or blast? I thought the repulsor blast was this one and the ray was this one. I don't know. I could be like, I'm a fan of the dude. I don't even know his fucking moves. Like my main for 5 years, 10 years if you count Marvel 3. I don't even know the name of his moves because they keep crossing over the names. It's repulsor something. So I'm gonna say with that before we give into a rank. Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't remember. You could have told me blast out of thought. Before we give, so we got to talk about Unibeam and we got to talk about Smart Bomb, right? But before we talk about that, let's just all agree that Repulsor Ray is one of the strongest special moves in the game. Like it controls the neutral like no one's business. Like no one's business. Like it's like guns, like low key, as far as controlling the neutral. So my man's a minimum, I think. Here. Like this is where he shines low key. Like this is his shit. Like anything that Iron Man brings to the table is kind of on this category. You know what I mean? Yeah, even A, not A minus, just A. Just A. Because Unibeam is good. I'm gonna keep it real. Like Unibeam, because of the slow release and the high stun, like that's low-key an assist. Like you guys see when I play him, like it's Unibeam tag, every tag. Every tag we're creating some kind of coverage. Like Unibeam is useful. It is not Repulsor Ray useful, but it is not a passive projectile. It ain't Carol's shit. Like Carol's is kind of like a poke only. Like Iron Man's is confirmed status for his partner. Like Unibeam tag is strong. Air Unibeam tag is strong. Strong. Like, all right, we'll get into Smart Bomb. So here's the thing. Smart Bomb has its uses. So I'm not going to say it's completely like useless, but it is a very specific, limited use. Especially when you start comparing it to Unibeam and you start comparing it to Repulsor Ray. It is not in the same class of specials. It's a good special and he can do a couple of things with it. But if you talk about how often Unibeam is being used and how often Repulsor Ray is being used, there's no comparison. You do a Smart Bomb once in a while on a setup, you do Repulsor Ray every second you can. You do Unibeam tag every time you tag, right? So Smart Bomb is a thing to factor in, but I don't think it weighs nearly as important as the other 2 specials. I say A. Maybe even A+. Because Smart Bomb is good. Like, it's not like you could do some ill setups with it. So he has no useless special move. A-? I'm leaving more for A+. Straight up, like we're talking like if any other character, think about it. If any other character had Unibeam, Smart Bomb, and Repulsor Ray as their moveset, like that's a strong moveset. And flight. You know what? Okay, here's a good question. Here's a good question. Here's really what's gonna make y'all see it for what it is. Who has better special moves than him as a kit? Who has a better special move kit than Iron Man? Because if there's no one, then my man's A+. Dante for sure. I'm not even trying to fight you there. You found the one. Dante is on some special bullshit. Dante's S. I'm gonna keep it real. Dante is S tier special moves. And I don't give out S's when doing these rank. To me, I feel like S clearly dominates A. Like B is better than C. A is better than B, but S is like 2 notches above A. That's the way I look at it. You don't give out S's. S's mean it could beat anything low-key that isn't S. That's kind of what S really means. Like, if you're not S, you don't compete with S. So I don't really like to... I gave Winter Soldier an S. I'm keeping it real. Because of Blue Arm. But that's S tier shit. Like, that's S tier, game-breaking, I'm the best character in the game kind of shit. You know what I mean? Iron Man is not the best character in the game. He doesn't have an S type, right? But I do subscribe that he's A, like strong A, maybe even A+. I mean, we're talking about Repulsor Ray, Unibeam, Smart Bomb, and Flight. That is a special toolkit. Like that, yeah, and Repulsor Ray's like really good. And Unibeam, probably the best beam projectile. Straight up. The best beam projectile. Better than Carol's. Is there even any other beams now? Beats all regular fireballs. Yeah, dude, the more I talk about it, he kind of... We'll still question the plus, but my man, A confirmed. Yeah, Ryu has a beam. Yeah, you're right. Better than Ryu's. Yeah, bolts. Let me see. Let's see what I gave Strange for specials. Let's just see. Let's just... Well, not I. We did this. I didn't do any of these by myself. Every one of these was a consensus. Specials for Strange was an A. Was a ball. Ball and bolts, telly, and warp. Or ball, bolts, telly. Yeah, that's strong. But it was for ball. I remember for ball. I remember a heavily weighted ball. You know what? We're gonna heavily weight Repulsor Ray because it's that good. It might be A+. We'll leave for sure A. But we'll come back and visit that plus. It's almost like A+, bro. I kind of want to. No, because that's where like Dante and them, right? You got to leave room for Dante and them. But Dante is S. Maybe Dorm's like A+. All right. A for sure. I think it's A. I think it's like solid A. The plus I'm starting to think about maybe some other characters. All right. Enough of that. He has great ass special moves. We all agree on that. My man has one of the dopest special move kits of anybody. Like, it's just everything's useful. And it makes his role very apparent, what he's supposed to do. All right. Supers. Let's break it down. 1, he has no variety. Factor that in. He could either cannon or cannon. So even though he has 2 supers, he kind of has 1.5 supers. It's the same super. It has different properties as far as knockdown, but as far as what you're going to get to do with it, practically, it's the same super. It's the same super, right? So already in variety, he's lacking. He has 1 super and a cash out. So he's lacking. I didn't realize, yeah, he has nothing. As far, he has no beat 'em up. No bust out. He could only cannon. That's wild now that I think about it. So what? So there's already a lack of variety of supers. Okay, so that's one thing, right? Because up cannon and cannon is still cannon, right? So there's a lack of variety. 2, he only has a beam super. So even his 1 super, like Carol, it's a beam. It's a beam, right? So you're limited. Yeah, see, Carol has the air super. No air option on that super either, right? Now let's do this. Then let's factor this in, okay? Oh, let's talk about his level 3. I find his level 3 average. And the reason why is because it has decent startup, meaning when 2 players are going to do a super at the same time, you do your cash, I do my cash. Or I do my cash, you do your cash. Iron Man super wins a lot of those, if not most of them. He wins all the obvious, he wins all of them except the obvious super long ones. Like, he won't win Chris, right? He won't win those super, like Ghost Rider, right? He won't win the long ones, but most of them, his iframes will win. Like, his iframes will win. So his super priority is not bad at all. The iframe priority is not bad. But that travel distance, it's cool that it travels because there's times where it works, right? Like let's say your Mamu tries to throw a fireball at you from starting distance, got it was too froggy. You can activate, slide in, and punish him, right? So you can catch people slipping on. Dante thinks he could wake you up on the super tag. Oh, activate cash, go get him. You know what I mean? Like, so it has the travel, but with that said, the vertical and the hurt box on it are shitty. It is not Nova. It is not Dorm's level 3. Like, if you pass over Iron Man, he will not touch you. There's no vertical hurt box when he's doing his little Superman at you. Unlike Nova, like Nova's flying at you too, but it's like the whole screen is coming at you with Nova. You can be high as fuck and you'll get hit. If you're even slightly above Iron Man, you're not getting hit. That shit misses, right? So to break it down, what the super has in mobility, it like lacks in priority. It lacks in like hurt box. Like, so it's cool that it goes far, but that hurt box that is traveling is so narrow that it's only going to work if someone's standing there doing a super. If there's like a juggle or it might miss, it will miss. You know what I mean? Like, so damage standard. Doesn't do a lot, doesn't do a little. Standard damage. Average damage. Right? So because, see, I find it very average, like, because what it has in benefit over your average level 3, it also starts to like lack in other ways over your average level 3. So even though it has range, it lacks hurt box. Even though it comes out slow, it also has a lot of priority because the iframes come out later, right? So it's like it's weird. It's a weird super. It's a weird super. It has things that are good about it, but it also has things that are drastically bad about it. One is that the speed is slow, right? But it travels, right? I'd rather have traveling than no traveling. So it's slow, but at least it moves. There's a lot of level 3s that don't travel, right? So it travels, but it travels slow. And it has a low priority hurt box, right? So it's like, so whenever there's a good, there's a bad too. That's why I find it very average. Even though it's not your usual level 3 where the guy just swings. It's one that travels because it's slow and has a slow hurt box. I don't look at it like, oh, and it moves. That's so dope. Like, no, it moves, but it ain't Nova. It ain't Dorm, you know, where it's going to hit you from behind. No, it's going to miss you. It's going to miss you. So I don't know. I'm thinking like, since he's right up the alley. Okay, wait, that's for his Ultra. I put his cash out, his level 3, as a straight standard to be. It travels, but it's slow, right? It has a lot of priority, but has small hurt box. So it's like it balances itself out as to being whatever. It's not good. You guys have seen it. That shit misses, and it doesn't hurt a lot. It just hurts whatever. So if his cash out is average because of the good and bads all cancel each other, now it's this average with the cannon. The cannon, right? So the cannon, he lacks variety, but the cannon hurts a lot. It might be one of the strongest level 1 supers in the corner. So you got to figure out that, right? It's ridiculous. And the fact that you could beat them up in the cannon and they won't flip out because the cannon keeps them there, right? So that's a part of it, right? Yeah, his supers. I mean, Cannon's good, but he only has Cannon. And he has no variety, no bust outs. So he can only Cannon. Cannon sucks when it's not being comboed in. Right? Like Cannon as a regular spatial control or a lockdown is not good. It is only good in combos. In the corner. It's oddly specific. But when it's there, it hurts a shit ton, right? Like a shit ton. Yeah, I say like C+? C+ supers? Right? I say supers are like C plus. His supers are kind of, I mean, the plus is because it hurts a lot. But outside of the damage, its practicality outside of combos is nothing. When are you going to cannon? It hurts nothing unless you're in the corner anyway. Does not last long enough to do like decent super tag. You get one super tag mixed up out of it. He doesn't have anything except the cannon, so there's that limited variety. D supers, maybe Iron Man. But see, D is when you D like D and S. Here's what I look at it. When you're D, you're lacking. Like you're made to be weak. Like you're specifically weak in an area. You're not just bad. Like D is like Arthur's normals. Like think about D. Like D isn't just bad. D is like, oh, they're making it purposely bad to offset something. Like D is like Beautiful Joe normals. Like this is your jab instead of this, right? Like that's a D. So D isn't just low. D is like, whoa, you're lacking. I don't hand out D's and S's. Like D is like Phoenix's health, right? Like where it's clearly deficient. Like you gotta be real shitty to make that jump from C to D. That's what I'm saying. Just like you got to make that jump from A to S, you got to be significantly better. To make that jump from C to D, you got to be looking quite weak in an area. Like quite weak, not just bad, not just not so good. D is reserved for like shitty. If you can say his supers are shitty, no, his supers are not good. They're not shitty, they're just not good. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody has shitty supers. I'm trying to think who has the worst super. I think Carol might have the worst supers. Carol might be the worst. Carol might be the worst in super variety. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, she has like a bad. Yeah, I mean, Hulk's level 3 is dope. But that's all he has. And it costs 3. Yeah, yeah, I'll give that. Yeah, Hulk's up there. Or down there. Yeah, Gamma Wave sucks. His level 3, his only good super is a level 3 that's expensive. Yeah, his supers are pretty shitty. Carol can't level 3 in the air, but Carol, same thing, Carol only has a beam. So if you can't do the beam, you can't do shit. And her cash out is very hard to hit. It's kind of like Iron Man. Iron Man only has a beam and his super's kind of hard to hit. Right? Like his supers aren't that good. All right, I think his cannons are like a C and his cash out is like a B. So I'm like either C, he's either C plus or B minus here. Why is that looking all weird? Why is that just doesn't look weird? It looks weird. He's either B minus or C plus. And probably C plus, yeah. Because his level 3 is kind of shit too when you think about it. Yeah. I mean, the cannon damage is real. The cannon damage is real, but we're going to look at overall utility. Yeah, his supers are kind of lacking. Maybe B minus. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Because I'm trying to think, like, there are some people who, where would I put Hulk and where would I put Carol? Like, I'd probably put them in C minus. Hulk might be D. Hulk might be D, actually. Carol would be C minus. Okay, we'll leave it for now. C plus. Okay, we'll leave it plus. We'll leave the question mark. All right. Okay, we gotta move on. But I don't like to use D unless like you're obviously bad. Like there's no argument. Like D is like Dan supers from the Marvel Capcom. Like that's D. Dan. Like your fireball goes this far and you have a super taunt. Like you're useless. All right. This movement. All right, a couple of things to factor in when you're talking about movement. One, do you have a teleport? I know that's in specials technically, but If your supers and specials move you across the screen, I also count that as your movement. Teleport, I count and consider in your movement as well. Like the fact that Winter Soldier, none of his special moves make him move anywhere, definitely like affected his movement, right? So one, he has flight. Let me just tell you a couple of factors, just things to think about, because it's all relative. It's all relative to the rest of the cast. So a couple of things to think about. One, do you got a regular dash or one of those weird hop dashes? And you know what I'm talking about. You got the Doctor Doom disease. Do you have a regular dash that you could just cancel out of, or are you committed to one of these weird hop dashes? Think about these things, right? Iron Man got a regular dash, but these are the things to think about. Do you have a teleport and or a flight? Think about. Factor it all in. One, do your special moves move you across the screen? Meaning, hey, I need to get out of the corner. Repulsor Ray, what do you know? I am out of the corner with my movement. Even though the movement was a special move. Movement, right? Teleport, movement. Sigma's rush move, that's part of your movement ranking because you have movement in your move sets. You know what I mean? So how fast are they, right? Do you have special moves that move you around the screen or teleport you? Do you have a flight? This is it. Okay, I just want to say this because people thinking like, oh, Iron Man moves fast. Of course, it's an A. Like, he doesn't have a teleport. You got to think about this. There are other characters who move just like him, but warp. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't just throw a number out there. You got to think about everybody. You got a air dash, big, huge. Do you have an air dash? Huge factor in your movement. Huge factor in your movement. Okay, we said a lot of things. Let's break it down now. So A plus, no tally in there though, but his movement is good. He has the good dash. He can do tri jumps. His repulsor ray moves him all the way around the screen. His level 3 changes his positioning straight up. I consider that too. If your level 3 moves you, that's kind of big. You get out of danger like that. Yeah, repulsor lets you move. Lets you move straight up while making them block, which is crazy. So my man got good movement. That's real. How much though? All right, let's get some comparisons. Because I did a lot of these and I like to break it down. I'm trying to find out all the characters we've done. Let's compare them to Gamora and X. So on a couple of breakdowns we did, for Gamora, her movement was an A-. That's because of guns. That's just because of guns. And that she has all the other stuff, right? She doesn't have a committed dash. She actually moves fast. All like her special moves and her guns move her across the screen. She has no tally, right? So we gave her an A- in movement. Iron Man's kind of similar. I mean, a lot of Iron Man's movement relies on this use of specials, but that doesn't mean he ain't moving, and that don't mean he ain't got a flight and an 8-way dash. Like my man got movement options. Should we just holler at it? Just don't even fuck the pluses and minuses. Just my man is an A. My man's an A. Is it like that? Is it like that? You just A+ right there. You're just an A material. What do you guys think about that? A plussy with no tally. There's no tally. You gotta leave room. So what would a tally character get then? You gotta leave room. So you're saying that without a teleport, he can still keep up with teleport characters. Because it's all relative. So you're saying that even though he has no teleport, his movement is on par with a teleport character. I mean, I'm just posing a question. I know I'm sounding like I'm implying that it isn't true, but I want you to be sure. You know, I want we should be able to stand a scrutiny, right? If I say, hey, what about that? You say, what about this? Right? Playing devil's advocate here a little bit whenever you guys suggest, because I want you guys to really be sure what you're saying, you know? Because I know how we are. Like, oh, his movement's great, A+. You're like, hey, dog, did you think about Dante's movement? Like, maybe we should reserve A+ for Dante, you know? Like, shit like that, right? Yeah, huge threat mid-range. I agree with that. A movement's A minimum. Yeah, A minimum. Because it is, like, repulsor ray and a mobile level 3, that's a lot of, and you have the 8-way dash, and you have the flight. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more it's like he has a lot of stuff. And good stuff. Like repulsor ray is not like a whatever movement option. That's a great movement option. Yeah, A minimum, maybe plus. You guys might be right. You guys might be right. I just don't like because there's no teleport. And when you fight someone where you need a teleport and you're using Iron Man, you can tell. Like Iron Man versus Winter Soldier, you can tell you need a telly. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a one specific match. We'll leave the plus in there because the more he has a lot of positives. Just no teleport, right? I know maybe I'm weighing that too much. That because I think tellies are like phenomenal movement tools. Like telly gives you a whole, you know how like, oh, that's so good that deserves a plus. No, telly is a whole grade raise on movement. Like if you're a B in movement and you have a telly, you're an A now. Straight up, it's that good. That good. Tellies are strong in this game for movement. All right, we'll leave them at A. We'll put the plus in there because it's a strong case. Strong case for it. A stronger case for plus here than in any of the other two. So normals maybe a plus, specials maybe a plus. Movement as a plus is the most like convincing one that deserves the plus. So we'll see. We might reward that. We'll see. But Dorm also see. I don't know if you're trying to. I don't know if you're just trying it to say, just to be like challenging. Dorm has a whack dash. Like Dorm has the Doom disease. Dorm has the Doom disease. And he's slow. He's literally slow. Yeah, these are all factors, right? They're all factors, but they're not like determiners. Like, oh, he has a dash, he's automatically good. Like, no, okay. This guy has a dash and he's slow. This guy has this guy's teleport and he's slow. Think about Dorm. Dorm has a teleport and he's slow. Dante has teleport and he's fast. Who's gonna have better movement? One slow. Like, it's all relative. Like I said, I'm not knocking anything, but understand that I'm really, really trying to like break it down here. Like, I'm not just trying to hand out letters. You know what I mean? You're right. You're right. Dorm has the factors that would make it, but he's not good on his feet. And you know what I mean? And he's tall, right? And he has an 8-way dash, but he ain't moving fast when he dashes. He does this little slow float shit, right? So, these things matter. These things matter, right? These things matter. Yes, he has a lot of the things, but you start factoring in the speed of these things, and then it starts to get more realistic, right? All right, movement in A, we're gonna leave him there. Dorm is faster than he should be. Dorm's movement is good because of his teleports, but he's not. But he lacks actual speed, right? So he'd probably get a high, not as high, but still high rating. Yeah, I can't tell. People make him look. All right, Solo. The easiest way to determine this one here. I'm not trying to shut anybody down, but I also want you guys to get on the same page. That's all it is. When someone's like, oh, teleport, oh, then Dorm's best. Like, no, we're talking about teleport plus the speed of all his other moves, Are the servers down? I'm not sure. This server's going. Solo. So Solo is how good is your character when you have nothing left except the character by themselves. You're out of Storm, and you're literally just Solo. And how good or how bad are you in this scenario? Just some really good examples. High rankings would be characters like Zero, Dante, Gamora. These are characters that excel solo because they don't really lose much when they lose their partner. Characters who are not good at this. You're thinking of characters like Hulk, Ghost Rider, Sigma. Characters who distinctly start to suck when they get solo, right? So where's Iron Man on this? So this one's on me? Fair enough. I'll tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, I'd rather have Venom alive than Iron Man at the end. No, let me take that back. 10 times out of 10, I'd rather have Venom alive than Iron Man at the end. That says a lot. That says a lot. Iron Man, his moves are best when they have a partner to take advantage. Unibeam tag, you need a partner to tag. Repulsor ray makes them block. Tagging your partner finishes the job. Now that he's got them like this in the wall, corner blocking, that's when Venom or whoever he uses in, right? So his move set is very team oriented. He is best when he has a partner. When he's by himself, he's not the worst, right? Because his movement is good. He has the triangle dash. He has that good roundhouse. He has the flight. But Repulsor Ray starts to become a lot less used when he's by himself. One, you can counter tag and punish him. If Iron Man's solo and they still have their partner and they have counter tag available, Repulsor Ray combos are vulnerable. Vulnerable. He just gets caught with his arm up, counter tag in, body him. So you lose that solo. You lose that. You lose his combo ability. You lose his main neutral tool. So he really takes a knock when he's not with a partner. But with that said, he's not the worst by himself. He has solo tools. He can body guys that are shitty. He can body Ryu, like body. I mean body. If it's Iron Man versus Sigma, like he's winning, bodying. Not always better. No, he's gonna win that. So even though he's sort of bad, so even though he loses a lot of what makes him great when he's solo, he still has formidable tools that could at least be decent. He ain't no Sigma. You know what I mean? Like he ain't Ghost Rider. He ain't Hulk. Like he can fight. Him versus the 2-on-1 is rough. Him versus 1-on-1 is not bad for most fights. It's not bad for most fights. I'm saying like B minus. What did we rank X? I kind of put him there with X. We're like, okay, you have stuff. You're not the worst. But you also clearly are better. Like you can tell you were made to be a team player, not a solo guy. You can tell you were made to be a team guy. Yeah, B minus, maybe C plus. What do y'all think? No, not the minus. Not the minus. Because he's not that bad. Not the C. Not the C. He's in B. Because he actually is... Iron Man, like I said, he loses a lot of what makes him great. But that doesn't mean that he can't hold his own. Like I say, like you got a flight, got the dash. He just loses his specials. And his specials are huge, right? But he doesn't lose his movement. He doesn't lose his like dashing and his. Yeah, B plus. Put on B plus because I do think he's better than X solo. We put X at C minus or C plus B minus. Like yeah, he's better than X solo. I feel. The dash. It's the dash, dude. Yeah, maybe even B because of the dash. Air dash. And he hurts. Health grade A is reserved strictly for the guys with 1100. Health is the only one that I don't debate. If you're 9K, you're C. If you're 10K, you're B. If you're 11K, you're A. That's the only one that I don't deliberate. No, there's no S tier in health, right? There's only the 3 tiers. There's no 1200 character, right? If so, then we're making Thor S. Yeah, there's no S. I don't know if you caught it earlier. I don't use S as my height. I use A as my max, and then S is reserved for shit that's kind of broken. Because I know a lot of people, when they make their tier lists, they put S and then they list the top characters. No, to me, S is like Ivan Ooze. Do you guys even know that reference? S is like Rat King. I'm saying games you guys never heard of. S is like characters that are better. They're better. Like, if you pick an S, A is going to have a hard time. Like, B is better than C, A is better than B, and S is 2 times better than A. Like, you got to jump the line to be an A, to be an S. You can't just be, oh, he's a little bit better than Dante. It's S. Like, no. S means you're fucking up Dante. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing with D. D and S are for like egregiously good or egregiously bad, not just good or great. Even beyond great. S is cheap. S is, hey, why didn't they patch that? S is S. S, like special tier. Like special. Like, S isn't A. A lot of people think it's just A. S is mentally as A. It's not A. S is a special category for significantly higher than A. It's not just the next A, you know? That's what A is. It's a special category. All right, next one. Anyway. Yeah, there is no S health. There is no S health. Even 12K wouldn't be S health. 12K would be A health, and then I'd move everything down 1. 13K would be S health. No, you guys missed the point of S. Why do you think we have a grading system that goes to A? Just take S. Just imagine A says S, and you'll be on the same page with me. Just imagine A is S, and you'll be on the same page with me. Because that's what you're doing. You're making S A. Like, S is not A. It's special. If we're going to do S tier and throw everybody in it, then I'm going to make an X tier. You know? Anyway, synergy and support. Synergy and support. You know what did get an S? I'll give you an example of what S is. Winter Soldier's special move ranking was an S. Because of Blue Arm. You getting it now? Are you getting it now? Like, whoa, that's a broken move. That's not a good move. That's a broken move. Now you're getting it. Unibeam ain't no S. Blue Arm? Gamora guns? Can't be push blocked for some reason? Crossing into S territory. All right. Iron Man's movement? Nah. That ain't no S. All right, synergy and support. Okay, here's the thing. Just imagine S is A, Beto, and it'll make sense to you. See, in your mind, S is the highest. Let me put it like this. In my mind, S is above the highest. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how it makes sense. A is the highest. S is for when something clearly is out of the box. Higher. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody had 13K health and they skipped 12K, that'd put them as an S. But if you're just the highest, you're rank A. You're not broken. You don't have broken amount of health. You just have the highest health. All right, anyway, I went too long on that. Synergy and support. This is where I feel Iron Man shines big time. Because Unibeam, straight up support special. Repulsor Ray, straight up support special. Iron Man can make you block. You know how they say, like, I forget what you guys call it, like a support and point or assist and point, whatever that is. The one that makes you block, Iron Man is one of the best, if not the best at it. Who makes you block? Who forces you to block better than Iron Man? Who just forces your block? Opponent, I have to block. So Sigma, Gamora's a good one. You're right. You're right up my alley. Yep, you guys are thinking right. These are the characters. Gamora's one of them. Winter Soldier, not as much as Gamora. because Gamora got the air accessibility, right? Winter Soldier's kind of stuck to the floor. But these are definitely like you guys are thinking right? These are high support characters, right? So think about how good Gamora is, how good Winter Soldier is, and how high. Let's just, you know what? We did this. Let's just see, because we did all these characters before. No, not looking at that one. So for Gamora support, B. But I think she's better than that, actually. What was the other one we put? Winter Soldier support? A-. Whoa. A-. That's good. That sounds about right. Right? So if Gamora should be higher than that, actually. I don't know why we got her. She's like A- or B+. So do these characters provide better? Does Iron Man provide better support than Gamora and Winter Soldier? Or is it like right about the same? Or is it worse? Who can get you in better? Gamora or Iron Man? Who could get you in better? Winter Soldier or Iron Man? Who can make you block and let the other guy tag and do his thing? Who can do it? Because I really feel like this is his strongest role. This is what Iron Man actually does better than everyone. For sure. Oh, for sure, Azrax. For sure. I count that more into the special, like the ranking of the super itself. Like his super rating, his supers are C+. If he could super tag, his supers would be higher ranking. But I do factor that in the synergy as well. If you can super tag, that's synergy, for sure. For sure. But you also got to factor in the cost meter, right? Don't just factor in that he has a meter spend support move, right? Ghost Rider has a meter spend support move, right? Am I going to say Ghost Rider's the strongest support character because of this? No. You know what I mean? So it's not just that. Like, everything's multifaceted here. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that having a super tag does add to your synergy, but it's not going to add as much as having a non-meter way to get you in. Think about that. Winter Soldier can get you in with a super tag. Iron Man can get you in repulsor blast. One costs a meter, one doesn't. We must weigh this. Right? Like, of course, super tag is synergy. Super tag costs meter, though. Some of these Gamora guns don't cost meter. You got to think that's part of the equation, is that there's no cost in this. There's no cost in repulsor ray. 0. You could spam it. Spammable. So it provides the same support, but with 0 meter? Yeah, Winter Soldier's a high support character. I'm not trying to compare him to say he's better or worse than Winter Soldier. I just want to make sure we're all thinking on the same page here. That's it. We got to all think on the same page here. I don't want anyone to think like, oh, super tag, well, that's all the synergy needs. Put him S+. Like, no, super tag costs meter. Like, so even though we factor it in, we have to factor it in appropriately, considering its cost, you know? Just listing all of the areas. Yeah, I mean, obviously this game is, how do I say it? Bane's team makes the best case for this. That this game is not just the addition of its parts. Like, Bane's team is the perfect example of this, where if you break down a character, that doesn't mean that character can't be, like, Chun-Li's not going to rank high on this type of rating. Right? She's not. Her normals, her special, it's not going to rank that high. But this game is built in such a, like, customizable way that there's no way to measure. You can't measure Bane's Chun. You can't. Bane's Chun is not the Chun that's here. That would grade here. Here, where's that? I can't point. So we'll never get a perfect list that will tell us everything about the character that is 100% accurate to how good the character is, because this game is about synergy of teams, right? So how good is Gamora? Well, we won't know unless you put someone next to her. Then we can find out how Gamora. How good is Chun-Li? Well, when we put her in a list like this, she's gonna look whatever. But when you put her behind Winter Soldier and a Power Stone, all of a sudden she's super godlike, and there's no way to reflect on this list to show that. Right? So this is breaking down the character's stats, but there is no way this breakdown of any single character can ever accurately reflect everything about that character unless we break down teams at a time. That's wild. If I had a Winter Soldier Chun at the same time rank the team, that's a whole different ball game. But that list can't exist unless we made that specific list. So I understand what you're saying. This will never be 100%. You read this and all of a sudden I know everything about Iron Man. Like, no, there is a team build component to this video game that I barely touch in one category called support. But this game is all about the intermingling of two characters, right? So this list is good for observing the attributes of any one given character, but will this ever substitute to tell you how good a character is in this game in a team? It's impossible. It's impossible. Or I'd have to break down every team. Then we'd be doing two characters at a time. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. I'm just trying to make something that will look good in the back of a Chun-Li, back of an Iron Man trading card, right? Like, oh, what's his power? Oh, his health's a B. There's no way to really break it down. This is an approximation of characters here. Anyway, I just had to feel like I get that way because, like, it's true. You're definitely true. This is Marvel Infinite. There is no way you could just explain a character without explaining their teammate. You know what I mean? And have it really break it down, you know? Because Chun-Li, like, Bane's team is a perfect example of that, where the sum of the characters is not the sum of their parts. At all. At all. This game especially, more than every other Marvel. Straight up. Is about the duo of the characters. The synergy, whatever. Anyway, rant over. Support. Because you gotta know that. Like, I don't walk away thinking like this is the end all. Like, no, this is a team game. So to rate by the individual on a team game, you know, you're gonna have to approximate a lot of things. Yeah, exactly. You're real boomer. I mean, this is exactly what it is, right? You're making stats for the characters, but it's a team game at the end of the day. It's like if I break down Captain Commando, he sucks. Right? If I break down Captain Commando, he sucks. Captain Commando's on half the teams in Marvel 2. It's a team game. You know what I mean? It's a team game. All right, synergy and support. B+ to A. Ran over. I'm saying A minimum. Yeah. Because I think this is what gives Iron Man everything he has. This is what he brings to the table. This is his main contribution to a team. Is B to A. Yeah, sorry if I sound a little heavy-handed, like I'm just shooting. You know, there's a lot. It's hard to explain sometimes. I hope you guys understood about the team game, single character and team game. It's hard to really explain, right? Synergy and support's an A. Let me see. I do think it's an A minimum. Because he's that dude that gets your guy in. He's almost like Monster Hunter, where like he's built to let the other guy shine. He's built to let the other guy shine. Oh, Bane's team is the perfect example of the sum being bigger than the parts. And making a list like this look obsolete. Not obsolete, but like doesn't tell the whole story at all. You know what I mean? Can you even tell the whole story breaking down a single character at a time? I think it's impossible, honestly. You'd have to break down teams. No, I'm just keeping it real though. You know what I mean? Like, no, because I don't want to discourage anyone from participating in the discussion. Like, I have an idea, and you say something in the chat, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And it's like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna say shit no more. I want to encourage open discussion, but I also want to make sure everyone's on the same page, you know. All right, we'll leave it at A. I'm trying to think who has better support than him. Monster Hunter, yeah, Gamora, Winter Soldier. There's very few. And even then, like the meter list thing. The fact that none of it costs nothing. He could just make you block. Yeah, maybe A-, because there are like Ghost Rider. There are a few characters like the really strong super tag. Yeah, like Hawkeye. Oh my god. Iron Man's really good though. Like it's not. It doesn't do it like Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye's more of like keeping everyone out of the game, like out of your range. But Iron Man can get in, man. If there's anybody who can get you in, it's Iron Man. Like Iron Man literally acts as corner escort for Venom Trap, and then that's literally how I win. I don't know if you guys figured it out, But Iron Man, I just push you to the corner with Repulsor, put a Venom trap in, and that's actually how I play Marvel. That's what I do. If you guys, and before my whole plan got revealed, I just push you to the corner with Iron Man, bring in Venom, put a trap up, and try to open you right there. That's kind of my plan. Anyway, all right, I just revealed my whole game plan. That's my whole game plan. I'm not even playing. All right, but Iron Man could do it. Iron Man could just get you in the corner whenever he wants. That's wild to think about. No meter, you're in the corner now, every time. And if, oh, I could check you if you jump. Like, it's ridiculous. Repulsor is ridiculous. All right, Stone Exploit. Fuck, why am I not grabbing it right? All right, Stone Exploit is exactly what it sounds like. How good is this character? How much do they abuse their best stone? That's the best way to put it. How good does this character, Iron Man, abuse his best stones? Put an S there, I guess. Stone Exploit. This is here's a good example of Stone Exploit. Rocket Raccoon and Box. That's an A. That's an A. Venom and Power Stone. Guys that so I don't know what his best stone is, and you don't have to decide it. I know you're trying to answer it. You don't have to decide it, but how good is this character with their best stone? Because there are some characters who are really good with stones to the point where it's a factor in their gameplay. Venom is one of them. Venom Power is a different beast than Venom. So I would give Stone Exploit maybe like a B+ for Venom, because he uses that Power Stone really well, right? Rocket with space because he has the traps, and he could surge you into the traps, and he could use those traps while you're in a box. My man is A+ing Stone Exploit, right? So it's not necessarily what stone, whatever. It's how broken are you with your best stone? Do you use the stones well, or do you just kind of standard use them what they do? Because there's some people who just do surge, and then there's people who zip surge, right? There's people who do box, and then there's people who do traps and box, right? Like, so yeah, he's pretty standard. Yeah, I'm not seeing any real stone where he could stand out and make it look good than a lot of other characters. I know you said standard there. I got you. And I agree. He doesn't really, there's no stone that really like fits him. There's no, oh, you're picking Iron Man? Of course you should pick blank stone. There's no answer there. Right? Oh, you're using Rocket? Of course, pick box. Using Gamora? Pick box. But we say Iron Man, like he might need soul because he's not that good solo. Power helps out with his strength combos, but nothing outstanding. Box, I mean, he has mix up for box, but not the worst. Reality, I think he's going to use just like everyone else. It's going to add the same poke tool that everyone else gets from it. I don't really see him exploiting the stones. I don't really see him exploiting the stones at all. I'm opting to give him a relatively low score here. There's no stone that makes him shine, or no stone that he really makes look cheap. That's kind of what this is. It's like, can you abuse stones, whether it's a storm or a surge? And he really doesn't. I'm going in that C+, not S. B-. He's kind of lacking here. He's kind of whatevs. He's kind of whatevs about the stones. You don't really get cheap with them. You don't really get cheap with the stones. What do y'all think? What's your else take on that? I think he's kind of whatevs here. I actually think he's kind of very middle of the lane. Brings nothing to the table. Yeah, he's kind of standard. I think he's even below par. Because he just does nothing special. All right, since you say standard, we'll get rid of the C+, because B is like the average, right? We'll do B-. We'll get rid of the C+. C plus. I mean, they're right now. See, I don't really get too controversial when it's like, no, bro, C plus. No, dog, it's B minus. Like, those grades are touching, right? So it's not even like that big a deal. Yeah, maybe C plus because he doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit. He doesn't lack from the stones. I mean, he gets everything else, and he gets all the standard shit everyone gets. Yeah, you're right. It's standard. Move on. It's standard. It's standard. Nothing special. How did this whole thing go down? How did I reveal all of it? All right, extra/other. I don't have to fill this one in. Sometimes I've left this score as literally like a null. But this is, does the character have any other thing that should be factored into his score that is not captured in the previous categories? This is fog ads. I run ads. I know people talk shit when you run ads, but the way Twitch does things now, you have to run ads, or else the ads come when you don't want them, like now. I wish I would have ran a 90-second ad earlier, because then it would have went longer till this ad came. Oh yeah, dude. I'm laughing at the ads. Well, I'm just talking about ads till y'all get back. Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I ran ads during the break. And what that does is postpone the ads. See, you have to run ads in Twitch if you don't want ads to interrupt in the middle of an important part like now, right? So that's why, like, people are like, oh, I don't run ads. Like, no, you're supposed to run ad. When you take a break, run an ad. That way the ad doesn't come when you're not taking a break. You know what I mean? Because we're going to have it happen exactly what happened right now, where it's like the middle of the convo and it's like, what? What's happening? You guys talk about ads? What's going on there? Anyway. Okay, so there's the report card. This report card is looking broke. Something's wrong here. Something's not adding up. All right, let me go back to the extra other setting. So extra other is, do you have something that should average into your report card that cannot be captured or explained in any other category? Now, before we mention his sweep or his flight, those are in normals and in movement. This category is specifically where if you got some weird shit, like this is where, you know how Phoenix could revive if she has 5 meters and dies? That's where you'd put a grade in right here. Like, hey, we got to factor that into her score, how dope that is. Put an A, right? Like, or like if you're Dan, right? Or you're Servbot, you have an egregiously amount of low health and your hitbox is so small, it can't even be factored in anyone, right? So basically, don't put in something from the other categories in here, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So is there anything about Iron Man that's special to him that does not get factored in? Like if you got an unblockable, you know, even then, like it's like extra. I really don't feel like Iron Man has anything here. This is actually a very rarely used category, but there is times where I've needed to use this in a category, right? Because if you guys are talking about, oh, his sweep is good, then I'd rather go to his normals and just bump it up one. Factor in the sweep, right? This is not for normals. Normals is for normals. See the part where it says normals? That's where we talk about normals. I really don't think he has anything here. I really do think it's a null category for Iron Man. I don't know why I'm putting triple X for null. It is what it is. Let's just put dashes. Yeah, I think it's a null category for Iron Man. Iron Man really doesn't use it. Some people need this category. Like Phoenix needs this category to explain herself, right? Because you do everything about Phoenix and you're like, she sucks. And you're like, oh, you also get this transformation shit, right? Like weird things like Arthur's armor. Like they're weird things, right? Or if a character... Yeah, this is weird. It's basically if your character got like weird properties that like can't be explained, right? But Iron Man's very standard ass character. Yeah, I'd go for, yeah, like weird stuff. Yeah, like if he had some kind of weird, like Yeah. If you want to put extra sauce or yeah. But Iron Man doesn't have anything here. I really don't feel like he does. I'm trying to think if he has anything weird. Like if for some reason you can combo like your level 1 into your level 1 into your level 1 into your level 1. Like just weird shit where you're like, can't really like factor that in. All right. Like Jin, you know, remember Jin in Marvel 1 when he's about to die, he just starts glowing. He gets his personal X factor. Like just weird shit. I don't know why I keep going over this because Iron Man doesn't apply to Iron Man. Next topic doesn't apply to Iron Man. Just it is a nondescript like slot for things that don't get covered, but Iron Man doesn't have anything in that slot. All right, overall, let's do some, any teachers out there, any substitute teachers out there, it's time to do some grading. It's time to do some grading. Let's see what we came up with. Yeah, bring it, Rilla Boomer. Nothing is decided. Nothing's in stone quite yet. You know what? I did a video with rainbows talking all about everything Iron Man has and everything Iron Man doesn't have. And we definitely covered that. Like, what's Iron Man? The main reason you should pick Iron Man, I'm going to tell you one right now. One, this isn't even on the charts, okay? This is just from your video, from your man OG. He's the funnest character in the game. That has nothing to do with nothing. That's personal editorial status. But Iron Man is the funnest character in the game. He is buttony AF. There is no lack of participation in the fight when you use Iron Man. When he says, let's bring the party to them. When you pick him, he ain't playing. Like he brings the party to the opponent, right? So if you like to hit buttons, you don't want to sit there and block. You want to attack. You want to mash. You want to literally hit buttons. This is the dude. So if you say why pick Iron Man? Before you even get into functional reasons, the first reason is he's fun. That's the first reason. That has nothing to do with these grades. That's just a personal opinion. That's the main reason to pick Iron Man, though. When I say I want to play Marvel, I'm actually saying I want to play Iron Man. Straight up. This dude is fun. Anyway, so that's first thing. He's fun. He has satisfying combos. His special moves are fun. The landing the cannon, doing the jump combo while they're getting blasted by the cannon. You can't explain it. Like, Iron Man's dope. Iron Man, yeah, Venom like that too. But see, I use Iron Man and Venom. So you know I'm having fun. You know I'm just pressing 10 buttons per second. You know I'm getting my money's worth. I'm getting my money's worth in this video game. Straight up. All right, anyway, so that's the main reason. But here's the real answer to the question, though. Why pick Iron Man? One is that if you want someone to help your other character get their rocks off, like, oh, I got Black Panther and I got this overhead, this low jump crossover thing, blah, blah. Who's going to get you there? Iron Man will get you there. He'll force your opponent into a defensive position while claiming some of that real estate, pushing the opponent more and more back, giving you more room to work with behind you. And then right after that third repulsor, tag in, my man's locked in block stun. You can do whatever you want, whether it's a teleport, overhead, whatever. So Iron Man lets your other guy get his rocks off. Iron Man is a support king. He is a support. He's actually a hybrid character with strong support and okay mix. Because there's a lot of support characters that have zero mix. Like, think about Sigma, right? Ghost Rider, kind of. But Iron Man is a hybrid character. But for being a hybrid character, he has oddly strong support. Like, for being as strong support as he is, he has above average mix. Or like, he has mix. He doesn't have above average mix. He has mix. But you usually don't have that strong of a support and also have mix. Like, he's definitely a hybrid character who was given unusually strong support. He's a support heavy hybrid character. That's a good way to put it. That's damn. I just described Iron Man in this game. He is a support heavy hybrid character, which is why he works so well with Venom, because they both have that tandem pressure thing, right? But that's a whole different approach to the game. All right, overall, let's get these grades. Like Spider-Man Siggy's dope, because Siggy will make you block, and Spider-Man will go get his rocks off, right? Spider-Man, Iron Man wouldn't be the worst team, right? Iron Man makes you block. Spider-Man gets his low jumps on, low jump mix up on. You know what I mean? It's high-low shit. Especially if that's Power Stone, then you get stupid. Then you just get stupid. All right, let's break it down. All right, let's finalize these pluses. So B plus is normals. Yeah. His air fierces and his trip, I think, earn him the plus here. B is average, and he has slightly above average normals. Specials. Oh, man. We'll say A only because Dante exists. We'll say, actually, Dante's like S, though. The Dorm exists. Okay, Dorm exists. Okay. Super C+, that's a low rating. He has a lack of variety of supers. And Cannon is only good in combo in the corner. His supers kind of suck, overall. Like, Cannon in combo in the corner is good for damage. Everything else about it is whack. Does not hurt, does not super tag lockdown very good. Yeah. And he has no option. He can only cannon. Like, he can't do anything but cannon as far as supers. That's wild. That's wildly limited. He has no beat 'em up super, can't do supers in the air. C+. All right, movement A. No, not A+. Not with no tally. But A is appropriate, though, because he has the 8-way dash and the flight and the good dash, where he doesn't have the whack Dr. Doom ground dash. And all of his specials really move him across the screen a lot. Or as his repulsor ray really gives him some movement. Solo as a B. Average. He can beat shitty guys, but he loses to solo guys that are good solo. Very average. Synergy support, A-. Yeah, that's about right. That's Repulsor Ray. Repulsor Ray and Unibeam. Repulsor Ray and Unibeam let you do whatever the fuck you want. Especially Repulsor Ray. Stone Exploit doesn't really have anything. He's a little below par there. And then no extra grade because he has no really funky shit. All right, teachers, substitute teachers and graders, help me out here. Let's take a look. 2 A's. B or B- is what I get. Let me factor it in. Okay. So he has 3 A's. So it's A, B, C plus, C plus. So there's a B plus and an A minus, but those negate. That makes it easier to factor, right? So you have 3 B's, 3 A's. If you just take those, right? That's actually A minus or B plus. It's right in the middle. The lowest A or the highest B, right? B plus, A minus. Then factor in 2 C pluses. Damn, Rilla. That's not a bad category. That's not a bad category at all, actually. I mean, we do factor that into supers doing damage, but not overall. Yeah, Rilla, that's the only one. Yeah, Rilla, the only thing about this game is that this game might be the one game where you kind of don't need to talk about that. But there is, because if you talk about Hawkeye and you talk about Iron Man, you talk about Thanos, like there's real stuff. Like there's real damage, like real, those should be factored in straight up. I agree with you. Like you can't talk about Thanos without talking about damage, right? You can't just okay, like you gotta talk about the damage, right? So So if you have 3 C's, yeah, grabs would be considered in your special moves or your normals if you have good normal grabs. But see, everything's about grab. Like I consider Doctor Strange having a good grab, but that's because he can ball from it, right? Yeah, Power Stone plus Cannon is the best, dude. Power Stone plus Cannon equals like melt. Their life melts like butter. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. My favorite is when I kill him from 2/3 health. And then specifically the part where the cannon mounts them. Where it goes, brrr, cash out. They just die. It's like, brrr, cash out. They just die instantly. All right. So if I have 3 A's, 3 B's, and 2 C pluses. No, that's it. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry. There. That should be. Let me do it. No, wait. That should be everything here, right there, guys. That's everything there. So if you have 3 A's and 3 B's, that averages into A minus, B plus, right? Now factor in 2 C pluses to that grade. And I think you're ending up at B or B minus. What do you get when you average a B, a B plus, an A, and a B? That's a lot of B's. I know it's rudimentary. I'm not doing the math, right? But if you have 3 A's and 3 B's, that's either A minus or B plus, right? Because it's literally right in the middle of an A and a B. Either bottom A or high B. And if you have factor in 2 C pluses to that, that's going to move that B plus or A minus to B plus and then to B, right? And because they're pluses, I don't think it's going to go to B minus. I think it's just say a C or a B. Yeah, I think it's just a B. He's solid, right? He's very polarized, right? And he's a crazy character, right? Because it's like, you can't really point at Iron Man and be like, what's his weakness? Because his weakness can't really be described here. His weakness is in his combo ability. Like, that's another thing that couldn't, like, Iron Man is tricky to combo with. Like, you have to do specific repulsor, like heights on a repulsor raise. You got to know when if your wall bounce is spent, what route. You have to know multiple routes to use Iron Man. If you just think, oh, I'm going to knock him down, do my B and B, like, no, if you open him with repulsor, you got to go a whole different route. If you open him with surge, you got to go a whole different route. If you open him with trip, you got to go a whole different route. So you have to know more combos on the fly with Iron Man to get the most out of your openings than you have to do with other characters. He's almost like he's a specialist. A specialized character. It's funny how that's not described in these stats, is that the trickiness of his combos. That's kind of what balances him, right? Because if you look at him on paper, he's like a super hybrid. You're like, where's his weaknesses? Like, he's dope at mix and he's dope at getting you in. But I do feel like his one balance that is not in this sheet. Yeah, maybe Rilla Boomer, as we get more and more into it, because I didn't want to make it overly complicated. Yeah, maybe there's more things to think about. But it's not even about combos. It's like difficulty of combos. Or you have to know a variety of combos for your variety of openings. Because if you open them with Repulsor Ray, you already spent your wall bounce. You got to go a specific route now. If you open them with Repulsor Ray, the one that knocks them down, you just spent your ground bounce. You got to go a specific different route now. Like, that's where Iron Man kind of like the nerf. That's how he's nerfed. Execution, yeah, there's it's in there. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm finding out right now that even though this can't fully explain characters because it's a duo game and you can't really explain duos when you're talking about characters singularly, that even in this there maybe is categories lacking. Maybe there should be combo ability, execution, difficulty. Huh. Execution / difficulty wouldn't be a bad category to add. And you get higher grade if you're easier to use. Like Venom is just like A. And like Winter Soldier's like like D, right? Or C-. Like he's hard to use. Food for thought. food for thought. You know, I'm not done with this segment by any means. There's like 50 more characters in this game that we haven't covered. So don't be surprised if a category or two gets added on, because this is some great feedback. Because I do think I want to have as much as I can have in here, right? Because you can never explain it all, like I was ranting earlier. Yeah, Venom's it's kind of you know what's funny? The 6 pay-to-win characters, because they are all pay-to-win characters. Let's be real. Let's just be real for a minute. Those bottom 6 characters are pay-to-wins. And you can see in each of them the one pay-to-win moment. You're like, why can't you... Wait a minute, why does Blue Arm stop supers? Oh, it's the pay-to-win shit. Or you're like, how come I can't push block this green bitch's guns? Oh, you're a pay-to-win. You're pay to win. Venom, what's funny is there's nothing broken about Venom. The pay to win factor in Venom is in how easy he is to use. I really do think so, because he's good. He's not great, but to get good with Venom is just, he's brain dead. He's brain dead. Like, so I really feel like that's the pay to win thing about Venom, is that he's not hard to use at all. At all. That's the pay to winness of Venom, is that you just do the regular shit and it hurts 6 grand. Yeah, you learn the 2 routes and you literally do 6 grand. Like, you're good. Like, you're good. That's the pay to win that Venom has. It's just that he's just easy to maximize. All right, so the answer. So here's the answer. What do you guys think? Overall B. Yeah. No. He's better than that. No. He's pretty chill. Because you always got to end it with an answer. Because the question that were proposed is, how good is Iron Man in MVCI? That was the question proposed for the podcast, and we got to end it with an answer. Yeah. Okay, I think I did with X, so I don't want to copy it, because I think with X I did that, because that's literally what X's scorecard was. Like, yeah, but Iron Man's better than X's scorecard, so he's pretty chill. You know what I mean? He ain't no Nova. I like that one. He ain't no Ultron. We haven't done Ultron yet, though. He ain't no Ultron. He's pretty chill. We've come to an answer. He's pretty chill. Ralkin, don't go nowhere. Ralkin, breaking down characters is some of my favorite, because I just love talking shop, and there's no like deeper shop talk than breaking down characters, bro. Straight up. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us. We broke it down. Answer is he's a B. We got him down. He's got good stuff, but he got some whatever stuff, some C minuses in there. Can't really use stones that good. His supers are kind of limited, right? But he's a good mix. He is a, what's the term I use? I want to say it again. He is a support focused hybrid character. Azarax, I'll do Morgan next, just because of you. I don't do this segment every week. Obviously, all right, I'm gonna keep it honest with you guys. When there's not a lot of news in the FGC, or there's not a lot of Marvel shit happening, this is like the default topic. Even though it's like the funnest topic, right? But this is the filler topic, right? So I have 50 filler topics on deck for all the characters. But when we break down another one, out of request, Azarax, if you're in chat, if you're not in chat, I'll save her. But if you're in chat and I'm breaking down characters, we'll break down Morgan next, straight up. Because dog, I love doing it, and I love doing characters that people want to see. Like I try to do characters that are like, how good are they, right? I did Winter Soldier on purpose because I wanted to see how broken he was, and when you break down, it's like, whoa, he's really broken, right? But I like answering, are they broken? Are they whack? Like, what's the truth here, right? So Iron Man's one I want to do for a while, but I put him on the back burner because I had some other characters. Oh, more ads. That's whack. All right, he pretty chill. Ad boys. All right, let's close the book on that. But Ryokin. All right, guys, the topic is officially closed, but I just want to share some more show and tell right before we cut out. Rauken, I took back the Marvel 2 cabinet. It was $660. Think about that. Let me write that number down just for like the Marvel cab, the Marvel 2 cab. I took it back because it was $660. And I had it for 2 weeks. Rauken, 2 weeks. Imagine this. It still doesn't have online Marvel 2 support to this day, till what is it, November 7th. So a month later, the main feature on the box saying live support, PvP, whatever. I don't know what it said, but it said, like every other one, it said it. They still don't have it fixed. They still have not sent out the proper day one patch so that you can play other people at Marvel 2. Long story short, everyone who bought that cabinet cannot play each other yet. Still, a month later. Still, a month later. So I'm not saying, like, to me, it's like, bro, I get it. Maybe you weren't ready to release it. But if you weren't ready to release it, then don't release it. You know, like, I'm down to, because now, like, you went, real talk, they went past my 30-day window. I have to take it back. I was like, bro, you don't have online yet? How do I know you're even going to get online? And then I'm going to be stuck past the 30 days. And then you're going to tell me like, well, I don't know. We're not going to get it till 2024. Fuck that, bro. You put it on the box. You put it on the box that it plays online. And day one, you should at least had a patch on the line. But a month later? Nah, bro. I could understand if I paid 3 bills, whatever, but for $660, you need to do what it says on the box. Bare minimum. Maybe you have the bells and whistles. Maybe you got this, maybe you got that. But if you cannot do what it said on the box of your product a month later, I'm kind of losing trust that you'll get it fixed at some point past that window. Like, you're not going to catch me talking about I can't return this shit because it went past my 30 days and you still don't have it online playing. Nah, fuck that. So it hurt, bro. Oh, you saw it? Oh, you know we're going there. It hurt to return it because I caught the FOMO, bro. Imagine returning that bad boy, right? I definitely caught the FOMO of yeah, but you know what it is, right? You know what it is. I caught myself going way too dummy on the last podcast too. So you know we had to cap this one. You know I had to cop this one. Supers are B or B minus? You're wrong. And I'll tell you why. This is why you can't just pop in. Nope. I'll tell you right now. Besides the damage, tell me something other good about his supers. Supers. By the way, you forgot to mention that he only has one super. You forgot to mention that there's zero variety in his supers. You also forgot to mention that it is not a super tag super. And in before you say you could super tag, you can do one super tag with a cannon. So you can't super tag with it. It does crap damage unless you're in the corner, comboing it in. He has first, and the rating was for his super kit, which he's lacking. One super is not a kit. So first of all, in a game where people have kits, he has one super. He's worse than Carol. Yeah, so it is what it is. Crap damage. All beams do crap damage. So beam supers are not going to be rated like they're godlike. Thanks for the info, you know? His level 3, did you even think about his level 3? His level 3 has everything good about the level 3 has something bad about it. You can go back and check it because I didn't just put a number up there, bro. He has lack of variety in supers. So that's already one. He's missing a super. There's one. You get knocked down a full grade. It has ridiculous invo, right? Has a shitty hurt box. Shitty hurt box. It does. I talked about that. It does beat most level 3s 1-to-1. Unless you're like, you have a bullshit level 3 that's like Chris or something, or like whatever. Yeah, they have terrible. Yeah, yeah, you definitely talk about C- ranges on supers, or you know, you're definitely talking C- ranges about bringing up these other characters. You know. No. I'd be more at human. Like if you were, you can't. Honestly, you weren't even there for the discussion, bro. You should actually go back and look at it because I didn't just put a number up there. Like Iron Man's level 3 can miss point blank on a juggle. It's not Nova. So even though he has travel, it's slow travel. And that slow travel has only that tiny hurt box at the very front of it. To say Iron Man's level 3 is easy to land is cap. That shit is bullshit to land. So there's that, right? So factoring that his level 3 has a crappy hurt box. It has travel, but it's slow travel. I put his level 3 as standard. It's not good, it's not bad. Everything that's good about it is negated by something else. So I rated it average. It's an average level 3. It's an average level 3. So he has an average level 3, no super kit, and even cannon is oddly specific to be effective. The only thing good about cannon is damage. Comboing is not easy. You have to do crazy combos to get him to the corner with Iron Man. It's a specific super. And he has no other super. He has cannon. You can't even do it in the air. Yeah, you're tripping, bro. Go back and watch the shit. You can't even do it in the air. Carol has better super like options because she could do it in the air. Nah, dude. If you land with repulsor, you got to do a whole different shit. You definitely never used Iron Man. People think Iron Man could just combo in his cannon. It's easy. Like, no, if you open a repulsor, you got to do specific route. You trip him, specific route. Surge, specific route. Everything specific. Cannon, as dope as cannon looks, it is a specialized niche super. Corner damage. It's for corner damage only. That's limited. And it's your only super? That's limited. That's limited. And your level 3's kind of whatevs. Can't even combo it in right? That's limited. Only beam super with a bust out, and that's not bust out. Nah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know you're trying to upplay Iron Man, but trust me, that super sucks. Iron Man's level 3 kind of sucks. Nah, it's not B. But I put C+? Nah, it's not B. With the exception of Carol and Hulk, who has a worse super toolkit? With the exception of Carol and Hulk, who has a worse super toolkit? I'll wait. Okay, let's see what I rated Strange. Let's see what we rated Strange. That's fair. That's a fair guess. Let's see what we rated him. Because I saved them all. That's fair. That's fair. Doctor Strange Supers is a C. Iron Man's a C+. Can you name someone with between that gap? I put Strange as a C. I kept him funky. His super's shitty. His super's bad. Carol has one super. Iron Man has one super. They all in the C's. In fact, Iron Man C+. All right, next topic. Next topic. She also has one of the shittiest installs. But we're not talking about Carol. I'm not talking about Carol. Anyway, Ryokin. I had to cop this guy. I had to cop this guy. Yeah, it is the shittiest. It is the shittiest. Yeah, dude, we'll talk about Arthur when we talk about Arthur. Like, what do you... You really want Iron Man to be good, don't you? You really want that character that nobody uses for some reason to be good. But nobody uses him for a reason. Most popular character in the MCU, but nobody uses in Marvel Infinite. I wonder why. So it's too godlike. Yo, Ryoken. Ryoken, you wouldn't believe the deal I caught on this bad boy. I took back that $660 cabinet. Yeah, but shouldn't they all be using Iron Man? Shouldn't 3 of those dudes be Iron Man players if you count the popularity of the characters? Ryoken, I copped this bad boy. Oh, there's Weapon Sex. Shouts to Weapon Sex. He's getting a couple of a couple of matches in. But that, oh my god. Ryoken. I caught this bad boy for $175. Barely used. Fully functional. It's unreal, Ryoken. It's unreal. What's 660 minus 175? So I paid $485 less and got this one. So I may have not gotten Marvel 2, but you know what I did get? LEDs. And I got the stool. And the stool's brand new in the bag, not even assembled. That is straight hater, bro. Somebody time this guy out. Straight hater. You never even heard of these things, so you can play people on them. No, I didn't pay for it. I saved $485. You're doing the math wrong. I saved $485. But yeah, this bad boy, man. So yeah, can you hook it up to an Ethernet? What a question. What kind of question is that? Of course not. It's Wi-Fi. Unless you got one of these bad boys. Unless you got one of these. I just ordered this shit from Amazon. Ethernet. Mini USB. Shit, cause I'm straight going lagless with this thing. You just gotta buy. You can also hack it with that thing, by the way. Been in the hell. Now that I own one of these, I'm starting to see the hacking potentials. I might not leave it though. I might leave it though. But I don't think I'm messing with the firmware, but I'm definitely upgrading those buttons. I'm gonna tell you right now, those buttons are shit. They're absolute garbage. They're absolute garbage. Cheap 10-cent buttons, bro. I'm gonna redo the whole thing, but you definitely got to get in there and get, dude. Ryoken, when I had the Marvel 2 machine, I was going back and forth of whether or not I was satisfied with the purchase. When I returned it and got this one, 100% satisfaction. There's no iota of regret, of doubt. It's literally like, we in there, boy, right? So as much as I wanted the Marvel 2 machine, it was too expensive. Especially if it doesn't have its key feature. Its key feature of playing people online. Like, you cannot charge $660, no stool, no LEDs, and no functioning online play of Marvel 2. Why even have it? So we saved $485 and got us a Marvel 1 cap. That's the end of the story, Ryoken. And we're going to get... And see, now I have the money to spend on upgrading the buttons and all that, right? Got a little pocket change. Could do a little bit more with the customization. You best believe we're going to go in there and customize that bad boy, though. But yeah, I'm definitely... I'm on cloud 9 with that one, Ryoken. The only thing is the only thing, Ryo, is that it's not... My apartment's too small, so I actually have it at Weapon Sex's pad. There's actually Weapon Sex right there. So it's actually in Weapon Sex's room, so when I go over and visit him, we could play. So I was scheming on bringing in my apartment, but I'd rather they have like a little kind of like a dude, like a man cave going on over there. So whenever I come over, it's like, it's dope. Yeah. So there we go. That's all I got, guys. I think we're out. Shout out to Mats, I didn't know you came in. The Lego. Did you pull the trigger on that Iron Man? Damn, dude. Did you pull the trigger on that Iron Man, Ryoken, for real? You did? God damn. Dog, you gotta send me some pictures of that, bro. Especially when you build it. Dog, I didn't even know that shit could fit the super, like the big Iron Man figure in it. There's some weird thing about that. Look, I'm sure you saw, dude. It doesn't fit a little piece. You could fit a. It was ridiculous. That one's ridiculous. Yeah, it's huge, dude. It's ridiculous. All right, yeah, definitely showcase that one. Yeah, if you guys did not know, check out the YouTube. I did one of them was called Marvel Toy Madness, where I just went over Iron Man, War Machine figures, arcade games, basically a lot of dope Marvel toys coming out, and that's where Ryoken got wind of that. Yeah, I learned about that Iron Man right before the podcast, so that's why the picture is all jank, just last second. If you guys are into Iron Man, if you guys are into like Marvel toys, cabinets, action figures, all that silly shit, be sure to check out the YouTube. There's a video on there called Marvel Toy Madness. But we're done with that. We're outski. Any other closing besides XC totally disagreeing with how good Iron Man Super Kit is? Is there anything else before we close the books on this? You end up getting that Hulk? That's dope. You end up getting the Hulk from the Legends. Yeah, when I was in Texas, Matsu showed me one of the dope collectible stores out there. And the Hulk was dope. The Hulk was dope. Straight up. The Hulk, fuck Tony. Fuck Tony, his supers are good. Fuck Tony and his good ass super toolkit. All right. All right, guys. Fucking so long the PlayStation turned off. All right, guys. We had a lot of fun today, but I cannot let you guys go without telling you where to get your Marvel next. You guys know what it is. Gonna kick you off with a couple of flyers. Yo, thank you, Ryoken. We're right near the end, y'all. All right, some upcoming events, though. Gotta let you know if you guys are doing anything this Saturday. We are throwing the Clash of the Stones, aka the COTS. Tournament number 13. This is the last chance qualifier to get into the ranked bracket. That is the top 8 of the entire season, fighting for cash prizes. Yes, we do give away cash at the end of our Clash of the Stones seasonal Ranbat tournament. Be sure to check it out. The last chance qualifier going down this Saturday. Get hots for COTS, y'all. And of course, if you're more into that first to 10 action, UG's got the battle round. Holler at myself or Jaco, man, if you're trying to get down on some of this first to 10 action. Raisins done ducked me the last battle round, so I was forced to fight Tikua. But enough of that. We're going to find someone to get into this next battle. I'm in my battle mode, actually. So if you know who I've been wanting to fight in the battle realm? Jaco, if you're still there, we got to do the OG versus Tyson, bro. I'm starting to see the gaps in some of these guys' gameplay. Let's do that OG versus Tyson if we can get that going. But if not, we're going to have something versus something. You guys know what it is. Every Friday night or every other Friday, we do the battle realm. And it's not going down this Friday, but next week on the 18th. Be sure to check it out. UG's battle realm. And of course, if you guys are into that old school Marvel 3-tip, Saturday Night Fever Season 1 online tournament number 5. This is on the 19th. Be sure to check it out. You guys into that old school Marvel, we have ditched the PS4 format. We are with the latest and greatest connectivity options. Parsec, baby. We're having parsecs. We're having parsecs all up in here. Online tournament number 5. Shout outs to my man Ghost for hosting this one. Powered by Gorilla. Be sure to check it out. Saturday Night Fever going down not this. Or no, going down this. Not this, but next Saturday. You need a flyer. You need a flyer. Execution. You guys know what it is. You saw the first two going. The first 2.5. The ones that weren't struck down by lightning go down. The hypest Marvel you guys have seen in SoCal in a long time. The Execution going down not this Saturday, but next Saturday on the 19th. This is an online, offline hybrid event. No excuse to enter. If you are in Southern California, I suggest you hit up my man XC, Executioner on Twitter. You can get the latest info, how you can attend in person and get that lagless experience. But like I said, it is a hybrid format tournament. No excuse not to enter, whether you're going to be online or offline. Be sure to check it out. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. The Execution Volume 3. And we got some stuff coming way down the pipeline. way down the pipeline. We're talking as far as February 3rd through the 4th. Frosty Frostings number 15, 2023. Jaco is challenging fools in the future. Jaco Man already making the moves he needs to do to ensure that we're going to get some Marvel Infinite as a side tournament at Frosty Frostings. Be sure to check that out on the 3rd and the 4th. Jaco Man bringing you that Marvel. And of course, speaking of Jaco Man, any given Wednesday, you can get the business on PS4, the Jaco Mania Chronicles, your go-to Marvel Infinite for Wednesday afternoon. Be sure to check it out. My man Jaco Mania doing the Mount Rushmore. How did this come out? The Mount Rushmore of Marvel Infinite would definitely have this face on it, retweeted twice. Be sure to check it out, the Jaco Mania Chronicles, this and every Wednesday. Of course, if you into those weeklies, if you into that, the who's who of Marvel Infinite, then you can't talk about Marvel Infinite without talking about the Big G, aka the Gauntlet. But there's going to be a slight hiatus on the Gauntlet until next month. The next Gauntlet, which I believe is Gauntlet number 206, if I'm reading correctly, is not going to happen until the 1st of December. But if you check your calendars, there's still a couple more Thursdays before December. 2 of them on the 17th and 14th, the 17th and 24th specifically. Don said that he's not going to throw a Gauntlet those 2 days, the next 2 weeks, but he did promise us Marvel Infinite action, right? So the next Gauntlet will be on the 1st, but do not stray anywhere the next 2 Thursdays, because my man Don said he has something cooked up for us. So we'll see what him and Ralston Arcade have coming out their pockets next Thursday and the Thursday after that. But then we're back in December with the G206. Of course, this is your first time here. You've never peeped the podcast before. Be sure to follow your boy OG War Destroyer right here on Twitch. Mash that follow button. Get access to the MASH emote, as long as the Marvel Lives emote, the Power Stone, the War Machine face, all the funky stuff. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you like what we're doing here, understand that we are real people taking real time out of our real schedules to bring you real content. You guys know what it is. Get access to those emotes. Of course, Marvel Monday now on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, be sure to follow my Twitch page, twitch.tv/OG_War Destroyer. And of course, if you are here watching me on Twitch and you want to see Marvel Monday is now on YouTube, there's the link right there in the chat for y'all. You can check out this episode. I'll upload it either tonight or tomorrow. But take the time to peep out all the other archives I have there. Marvel Monday is now being archived on YouTube. So if you ever miss an episode, feel like you want a part of the discussion, you can catch me late on Marvel Tuesday when I upload this bad boy. All right, guys, we had a lot of fun. Thank you guys, everybody in the chat. Jaco Man, War Destroyer. Why is my own name in there? Jaco Man, Ryoken, Executioner, Monster Rock, Azarax, Rilla Boomer, and Ryoken. Thank you guys for your input in regards to the topic. Definitely had a lot of ideas bounce back and forth. I appreciate it. Grainy, Your Mamu, Jaco Man, Wicked X Mage, and Dr. Church, and all the rest. I thank you guys for joining me. Until next time, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, Marvel on. Peace.